Hi guys, and I wanted to welcome you guys to my very first sketchbook tour. And this is not only a sketchbook tour, it is an ugly sketchbook tour. So a lot of people do a lot of sketchbook tours where like they have like nice finished artwork in the sketchbooks, but I've never really been able to commit to doing that to a sketchbook, or at least not a full sketchbook. And once I finally accepted that about myself, that I'm not a pretty sketchbook person, I finally actually filled up a sketchbook. And I'm also one of those people who have like 10 different sketchbooks with only like 3 pages in it. So this is like a huge accomplishment for me. But you know, for other people out there who are having a hard time finishing a sketchbook, I wanted to share this sketchbook to show you that not everything has to always be a pretty sketchbook. Sometimes you just need an ugly sketchbook. And a lot of my rough ideas are in this sketchbook that I eventually turn into final products. So if I made a final product out of something that was in this sketchbook, I will go ahead and add a little picture of it somewhere on the screen. All right, let's get started. So first I want to talk about the covers of my sketchbook. So you can see there's a bunch of stickers on it and on the back, and it's also falling apart. And that is because I wanted my sketchbook to be something that I would always want to come up to. Like, I always want to touch it, I always want to look at it, and the way for me to do that was to put stickers that I liked. Plus, it finally gave me a place to put those stickers that I didn't know where I wanted to put, but I really liked them. So that's what this is. And this has actually been taped twice, and it's fallen apart twice. So there are still a few blank pages at the end of this sketchbook, but because of the condition of this sketchbook, I felt like it was probably time to let it retire. It's pretty full. And also, it's a new year, so it's a good time to start a new sketchbook. But I also want to say that sketchbooks don't always have to be really fancy, expensive ones. Sometimes that's one of the things that's intimidating for me about a sketchbook, is if it's got paper that's way too nice that I don't want to draw anything ugly on it because I would be wasting it. So this is just a cheap sketchbook from Michael's. I think they're like $10 or less. You can even get them cheaper if they're on sale. It's just got normal paper in it, but it's good enough paper where most stuff doesn't bleed through it, I would say. But enough chit chat. Let's actually open this thing. Whoops. I need my money. Okay. So I even put some more sketchbooks in here, and I put a little note. So throughout this sketchbook, there'll be actually notes for ideas that I thought of I wanted to do, and I didn't want to forget it, so I would just like write something quick about it. But yeah, so this sketchbook initially started out nicer. So you can see that, like, you know, I was a little bit neater in how I was writing. And these were ideas that I wanted to do that I never really finished, but I wanted to make some Filipino merchandise, like some quotes, stickers, some totes, and these were, you know, ideas for it. I did make one into a sticker sheet, and this is me testing out the different sticker sheet, and the sizing, this was a little bit large, so I actually ended up going with something smaller. And yeah, these actually, I think I've only sold maybe 1 or 2 of these. So I knew they wouldn't really be popular because it's very niche, but it's one of those things that I just wanted to exist, right? I feel like I don't see enough of these, and as a Filipino, and especially when I was younger, I would have loved to have this sort of stuff for my journals or whatever, so I made it. There's some more. I still want to do these, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But they're here, so I'll, you know, every now and then I'll remember. This is me messing around with maybe a new way to write my name, because I used to have like a galaxy symbol, kind of like atomic K thingy, that I still use as a watermark on my videos, but I don't actually sign my drawings that way. I actually have gotten lazy and just write K-Star. So I don't even write my name this way. And I use like just a specific font that I thought fit my brand as the way I write out Kawaii Stars. But this was me trying to figure out like a fancy way to write it. Like if I was going to have it on the wall. So this was just me playing around with some rough sketches. This is actually supposed to be me like through the ages. Like, you know, things I used to wear. I have a little like strawberry dress from when I was little and my hair was always in pigtails. And then in elementary school I had like overalls. And then when I was like in middle school, high school, this was kind of how I dressed, either tank top or with like an overshirt. I was kind of a tomboy, not super girly. And then in college, I like turned into a full-on hermit with like hoodie, always in the dark in the computer animation labs. And then, you know, I started getting into elaborate cosplay, so this was like my Poppy cosplay. And this is kind of me now. I'm usually just, you know, dressed pretty casual, and that's about it. And then, yeah, I stopped drawing. And I don't know why I drew this way, but that's how... It's honestly kind of weird that I even started the sketchbook this way, because usually I start from back to front because I'm afraid to draw anything ugly on the front. But like for this sketchbook specifically, I was like, no, I'm gonna start from the beginning and I'm just gonna let whatever comes out comes out. And there's actually pages in here where like I was gonna do something and I left space for it because I was gonna come back to it, and then I never did, and now I don't even remember what was supposed to be here. But this page is here, in case I ever remember what that was supposed to be about. This was me trying to think of, like, sticker ideas. I was trying to grow this, succulent, but I never got my seeds to sprout, which was sad. So I never got to draw it, but I think I still want to make this, sticker, though. And this was me, like, thinking of, like, Animal Crossing doodles. This was more of me just kind of trying to play with my logo, things I could do with it. And this is more like Filipino stuff I was trying to think of. So this shark actually did become a pin, and the real story behind that shark is it was based off this phrase in Tagalog, anak ng pating, which is, it's kind of like something like you would say, like if someone like did something frustrating. I don't know, it's like, it's not as bad as like mother, but like, yeah, it's just like a saying. I don't know. But I thought it would be funny if like I made it cute. I don't know. This is just like thoughts. So this was like planning for hoodies I wanted to make, and I actually did make something like this with you know, my Cricut and like some hoodie blanks that I got. I definitely made this, and I made something like this. I never got around to making this, but I still want to try that design. Actually, this is a decal I have on the back of my laptop. More shirt designs. I actually recently made a pocket shirt, but it's not like this one. This is like supposed to be my dogs who are fishing for stars, but they're in a pocket, but I just drew them in a pocket rather than fishing for stars. I might go back to this though, because I still like this idea. I think this was me planning out my Animal Crossing island, and I didn't get that far because it seemed like too much work to just do it on paper, so like I just did it in the game. This was me trying to draw Mingyu from 17. It does not look like him, but I tried. So it's okay to fail in your sketchbook, guys. It's okay. This is just practice. So this was like, I guess like a random doodle I just wanted to do one day of little farmer chubby baby. I don't know. I still think this is kind of cute. I don't know what I want to do with that, but so this was a quote that I saw on Twitter one day, and funny thing is I don't actually go on Twitter that often, but I saw this quote and it kind of stuck with me. And so I started sketching an idea for it, and I did come up with a piece called Monstera, but it looks very different from this, and I'll put it up on the screen. But this is how some of my ideas start. This eventually became a post-it note as well as a keychain. This is just me doing some rough sketches of the dogs, trying to figure out what I want Pepper and Sugar to look like. These definitely became stickers, and these are the Sanrio Animal Crossing crossovers. And a lot of the time when I make the digital artwork, I actually start in my sketchbook and take a picture of the sketch and then draw over it in Procreate. For some reason, I have a hard time brainstorming directly on Procreate or on a digital media, and I feel like my ideas are a little bit rougher and looser on paper, and I feel like I can just, brainstorm better. I'm more open to ideas, and I feel like when I start digital, for me personally, I feel like I'm a little bit, confined. Whereas, when I'm touching real paper and pencil and pen, I just feel more liberated. I don't even know if that makes sense, but that is how I feel about it. These are some random designs I was working on for something at work that I never actually did anything with, but it was like what I was thinking that day. This became a sticker. It's my only, I think, holographic sticker I had made, because I got a deal for a sticker discount and I wanted to try it. So this one actually became a sticker. These were just more ideas that, never panned out anything, but, just doodles. This became a thank you card and a thank you sticker. And this is how I planned out my business cards that I give out. As you can see, my planning is not always super detailed, but it kind of gives me like a rough idea of what I want to do, at least. This definitely became a sticker. I think it's this one. But, this is how I was kind of trying to plan it out. I wanted to make a Timo sticker, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so whenever I'm trying to figure stuff out, I just start sketching. This was like a long time ago. You can see the date, but I was thinking of starting a Patreon, and technically I do have a page, but I don't actually have any patrons, and there's not that much content on there, but I think I signed up because there was a thing they sent out where to be grandfathered into something, you should sign up now, so I did, and yeah, so the Patreon exists, but I'm not really doing anything with it, but this was me trying to plan out what I would do with the Patreon if I was active on it. Some more planning, trying to make mystery boxes. I think I was trying to make a journal that matches your phone. I don't remember exactly what this was. Sometimes I write really cheesy poetry, so that's what this is, and I'm not going to read that. And this one is actually became a pen and a pillow, and this is Froppy, so you can see where that started out. And just like all the others, I took a picture of this with my iPad and then drew the rest on the iPad. This is some stickers I wanted to make of a brooch that's inspired by both Cardcaptor Sakura and Sailor Moon, but I don't think I ever actually did anything with these. But that was the idea behind it. I thought I'd make a cool holographic sticker. This was right around the time I'd watched probably Loki, and I was trying to draw Alligator Loki, and this became a pillow and a pin. So I was starting to try to plan some washi tape, because I still haven't made the washi tape, but I still really want to. So this was some ideas of making a washi tape that Still haven't happened, but it's there. And I wanted to just do like, you know, kind of like random like emoji K-pop stuff, but not a specific group. I don't know. This is more t-shirt planning, and this actually became a shirt, and it does say this, Bahala ka sa buhay mo, which is, you know, what's a good translation of it? You're responsible for your own life, I guess. Do what you want. It's usually said kind of like in a frustrated way by your parents when you're like just doing what you want and they don't approve of it or whatever, but I'm trying to make it more like a positive, like, yeah, I'm gonna do what I want because I'm an adult kind of phrase. Yeah. Taking it back. Anyways. I think, obviously I'm drawing Mingyu again. And this is from, when 17's Your Choice album came out, I think. So, here again, I was trying to draw him again. So, there was some improvement from the last time I drew him. Where did I draw him last? So, you know, that's why I said, use your sketchbook to practice, because you do get better eventually. So, I started here, and then I got to here, and I do think this still doesn't quite look like him, but I think it's an improvement over this. So you can kind of see some growth, which is one of the cool things about, you know, keeping a sketchbook for a long time is over time you can see, like, how you grow. So a lot of the times when I feel like drawing, I may not actually have my sketchbook with me, and I'll just draw on whatever's nearby. So apparently I just, like, took scrap pieces of paper and drew on them, and this was supposed to be like some sort of Jelsa drawing, Jack Frost and Elsa, but like I never actually did anything with it. I think I may have started like a Twitch stream trying to digitize it, and then I just never did anything with it. I lose interest halfway through a lot of my projects, so that's why I was saying that it was a huge deal that I pretty much filled up one sketchbook. This was me just kind of trying to rough out like some chibi like standard chibi poses, I think. And this was me trying to chibify 17's photo cards where they were all holding pool balls. But obviously I never did anything with it. It's just something I started. I wanted to make, you know, cute tea bag stickers, but never did anything with that. But the idea is there, and I still want to do them. And this is actually a pen and a pillow. And this is Miss Minutes from Loki. And it never actually did well. I thought it was a cute graphic character, and it was interesting, but yeah, like, I guess no one ever really liked it, because I still got a ton of, like, this character. So, Alligator Loki was way more popular. But this is how I started it out. This is me trying to plan my display for a convention. And this is me drawing artwork, because originally what I wanted to do was make, like, limited edition pins for all the events that I go to, with Pepper and Sugar dressed up as the mascot. But I only did this for 2 conventions because they actually didn't really do well, even though I thought it was a cool idea. So I still got tons of these Ancient City Con and Wasabi Con pins, and a lot of the time I either just give them out to people, or sometimes they'll end up in a mystery box. But when I do these events, I've done these events twice now, I do have them on display again for purchase, but I don't regularly display them at other events. So yeah, I only did it for these 2 events, and then I stopped afterwards because no one was just interested in them. So, but yeah, not all ideas do well, but you gotta try. This was me trying to make planner stickers, and I never actually finished making them, but I made them in Korean because I was learning Korean at the time, and, you know, I had homework and stuff from class, so I thought it would be a good way to start remembering the days of the week if I see it all the time in my planner. And that's why I was making these. I started these out for myself, actually, and I just never finished it. But I believe I used this and turned it to a pin or a keychain or something. And these other sketches, like, I think I put them in my mini zine art book thing as the cover artwork, but I never actually made anything with these. These are more sketches of the pooches. And another circle sticker that I'm still interested in. I never really quite figured out what these things are around it. I think they were like koi fish, because I love koi fish. I'm pretty sure that's what these are too. But yeah, I never finished it, but I would still like to go back to it. This was me trying to plan out some post-it notes. I don't think I actually made these, but that was like, you know, ideas for a post-it note. More random doodles. I was trying to maybe make like a human avatar for the brand, and she would be called Kawaii or something like that, but I never actually finished it or did anything with it. But this was me trying to figure it out. And these were when I first got my stamps and I was testing it out in the sketchbook. These I actually made into totes and pencil cases, but I don't know, it was just something cute. One is with pencil and one was with paintbrush. And they did okay. These became stickers and pillows. This is Brewster, and this is Celeste, Leaf. I think I actually went with this one for Brewster, but I don't mind this sketch either. I think it was with coffee, but I did him with the gyroid, however you say it. This was when I was doing like a marathon of like Star Trek seasons, because that's what I do in the background while I'm working. And I never actually did anything with these, but I thought they were cute. Sometimes I write comics to myself, so that's what this is. When I was very sleep deprived and I was just going through it. But yeah, this was like, hi, this is my one brain cell. The wind blows, and it's like, no, my one brain cells. And then it's like, who are you again? What was I doing? Like, this is what sleep deprivation feels like for me. So I do not sleep as much as I should, but I get by on maybe 5 to 6 hours of sleep because I work a day job and then I do all of my like kawaii stars in the evening. So this is what causes me to lose sleep. And when I do it too many days in a row, this is what it feels like. And then I know I need to hibernate for like 12 hours and then I'll be fine. I'm not saying that's a healthy thing to do, but that's what I do. This is me trying to figure out, I guess, like a merch order. More sketches of the doggos. I think I was trying to figure out ornaments. And this one I definitely turned into an ornament. I did something else for Pepper. These are more sketches, so this is another example of me just grabbing whatever scrap paper is nearby, because I save all kinds of scrap paper and just drawing on it. And I finally found a reason to use my washi tape. I think this is from Think Shoe and Apple Cheeks, maybe? But these, not that one, but this one definitely became a sticker. This I didn't do anything with, but I apparently spilled coffee on it at one point. And these turned into pins of Powder and Vi. So this was me messing around with some gel gouache that I got. Along with some like actual gouache, I think. Because I was trying to figure out how to use acrylic gouache. And these were the sketches for it. I do have the painting somewhere. Hold on. I think it's actually nearby. Yeah, so this is the painting I made with this palette. And I still had like lots of paint lying around, so I also drew this, which is a different kind of mushroom person. But yeah, I wouldn't say these are successful or that I would ever sell them or do anything with them because I wasn't quite happy, but this was just me experimenting with a new medium and trying to figure out how it worked. So, I still have them, and I liked these, like, holographic frame thingies. But, yeah. But sometimes, like, even if the artwork doesn't turn out well, I kind of enjoy seeing, like, my paint palette at the end of it. I don't know why, and, you know, sometimes I just save it. And this is not even, like, fancy paint palette paper. This is just, like, wax paper. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Anyways, moving on. There are some blank pages in my sketchbook where I left space to think about something and develop it. Because I'll write, like, a quick note. Like, I think this one just says Hydro Homies and H2 are, like, I don't even know what I was doing with this, but it says H2 are two twin slick guys, and Oxygen is some cute airy girl? I don't even know where I was going with this, but I left space to sketch and develop whatever this was supposed to be, and I never came back to it. This is me writing a very cheesy story, so we're gonna skip right over that. What is this? This is more like a diary entry. So sometimes I just, like, write cheesy stuff to myself of what I'm thinking. And I think I was feeling kind of insecure at this point, now that I'm looking at what it says. But I'm basically saying that when I sell my own art that no one asked me to do, like, basically what Kawaii Stars is, this is just me making stuff I want, or trying stuff I want. Like, because I'm not that popular and I don't sell tons of stuff, and, like, I have, like, very small following, like, I think I was feeling really low at this point, and I was just like, I don't know if my stuff is worthy for people's hard-earned money. And, yeah, so I think I was just feeling a little down, but, you know, I pick myself up eventually, but it is part of that art journey, I think, to have those lows, and it's okay to acknowledge them. And for me, I guess sometimes I just write it in my sketchbook just to get it out, because I don't really have, like, art friends to talk to about this stuff, and I'm kind of introverted, so I haven't, like, sought out art people, but, so I just talk to myself in my journal, apparently. I think this was, like, an idea for, like, a side project I wanted to do with some scraps I have around the house for a pool cue. These are more sketches, so this I actually turned into final paintings, but I don't have them next to me, so I'll just put them on screen. This one became a tote. These are red panda drawings, by the way. You can't, if you can't tell, because it's not colored in. I don't know if this is I think this is also supposed to be a red panda, but it didn't look like one. So, I still like this one. I think I wanted to turn this into a sticker, and I just never finished it. And this one too. But I think I started drawing these because I just seen Turning Red, and, like, I had red pandas on the brain. So, so this was me just trying to jot down a quick idea, where I like to do crossover drawings, where, like, so I have, like, Sailor Moon dressed as Spy X Family and Spy X Family dressed as Sailor Moon. But I also had the idea of doing, like, the Avatar gang, not the blue people, like the Last Airbender people, but as, like, you know, the elements from Sailor Moon. So, you know, like, Sailor Jupiter is, like, lightning, and then Sailor Mars is, like, fire. So I was gonna, like, and, like, I had them, like, posed out and everything, but I only got as far as drawing stick people, and this, like, half-started drawing of Aang, and that's about as far as I got. But I still want to do it, so, like, the idea is there. Like I said, my sketchbook is not a pretty sketchbook. It's a rough ideas, remind me later I want to do something with this sketchbook. And there's an airplane. Oh, wait. I guess I did rough them out. I didn't realize I did this. I even forget what's in my sketchbook. So apparently I roughed him out. And yeah, so this is probably Katara as Sailor Mercury. Zuko is maybe Sailor Mars. Obviously, Aang would probably be Sailor Moon or something because he's the main character. And Toph is Sailor Jupiter because, you know, they're both, I guess, green and the tough guys in the group. I don't know. This looks like more planning of what to order for new merch. This is a cute little Naruto drawing that I never did anything with. That carrot became a pin, though. This was just me, like, I thought it might be fun to do a washi tape with all of Teemo from League of Legends' mushroom traps that he puts out. It probably would not sell. It would mostly be for me because I'm a Teemo main. And yeah, if you couldn't tell from my mat that's back here. This is something I'm still working on. So I started painting these on canvases, and I started with, I think, gouache acrylic, but it didn't work out well, and then I tried to paint over it again with a cheap acrylic, and that also did not work out well, and so I still want to get back to it, but maybe I'll finish it as digital and retry it again in, like, just normal acrylic, and we'll see. Yeah. So this hot mess here it's me trying to figure out the pattern to make this, because I had this idea where I was getting rid of a bunch of my clothes and donating them. We send a lot of them to the Philippines in, like, a huge, like, balikbayan box, which is basically just like a giant cardboard box you ship things to your family in the Philippines. But I had this idea for some of the dresses that I still liked the fabric from them, or the shirts, that maybe I could, like, turn them into, like, a recycled plushie, right? And I loved this little plushie from Animal Crossing, and so I started roughing out the pattern for it, and obviously I never finished it because I got busy with other things, but this is supposed to be the pattern to make that plushie. And so if I ever get around to it, this is what it is. This is me planning it out. This was me trying to think of something useful that I could make with the 3D printer. So I was trying to figure out what I would model to make, like, a little photo card easel that's magnetic, but never finished that. More booth planning. These two became stickers, and this was part of my Good Vibes series, or Summer Vibes. I think I called these Summer Vibes. And, you know, I was trying to just sketch, like, summer things, them in a shark costume, surfboard, playing sports outside. I don't know. I never finished it, but these I definitely did use. Oh, this was me, like, so I was still learning Korean, and one of the things I always notice in the show is, like, they say, like, 어떻게? But, like, they'll say it over and over again, and then the translation under the screen is, like, you know, full-on sentences, and it's, like, different stuff, and I get it, it's like a saying, like, what does it mean? I think it means, like, wow, it's been a while since I studied Korean, but I believe it means, like, something like, oh no, or how, or what do I do now? And so, like, you know, they'll be like, 어떻게? 어떻게? And they're getting worried. And then sometimes they're freaking out when they yell it, and they're like, 어떻게? And then the depressed one where they're like, 어떻게? But whatever. I probably butchered how to say that, but yeah, that's what this was. This was just for me. This was me sketching out, I think, the boys, because we were going to their concert, and that's a little like loudspeaker light stick thingy they have. This is me doing some chibi drawings of 17, and I did turn them into a post-it note. This is me trying to do more cute drawings of the pups, Sugar. I think this is more of a refined drawing of the Summer Vibes sticker / tote. And this is me drawing out my banner, or at least trying to think of a new banner for my booth. Because the banner I have now, the drawings of Pepper and Sugar, are old, and I draw them differently now than when I did back then. This was me trying to come up with a bunny character, because not only is my birth year like the year of the rabbit, but I also knew in the future, which is now, it's gonna be the year of the rabbit. So I was trying to like prep stuff. So this is the carrot pin I made. I think this was me like trying to think of like, oh, it'd be fun if I had like photo cards with like info on the back about like my dogs as characters. This is me drawing Mingyu with the carrot, because the fan group is called Carrot, and it was like carrot, I don't know. This was just an original character that I wanted to draw, and it was oddly enough inspired by the Little John X Fila shoes that I bought that were like, you know, this fun pink and white color. And I wanted to draw her wearing them and doing something, I don't know. This was me trying to draw the cats that we took care of, Minnie and Fluffy. Minnie has not come back in a very long time, but Fluffy still like visits every day. This was me planning the zine that I made and what goes on each page. This was me trying to plan out a video for Artist Alley Tips, since I wanted to share what I've learned as a small artist trying to break out into the Artist Alley world. And since I've done it for about 2 years now, like, even though I've kind of done the same events, I've done a few other events that were bigger, and I felt like I was ready to maybe share some of the things I learned in case it was helpful for people. But I haven't actually made this video, but I will eventually. This is me trying to figure out more what I'm going to order, as well as drawing new puppies. So, corgi. And this one I did make into a pillow and a pin. If you guys didn't know, I don't actually have like a real camera, so I record all of my videos right now on a phone. So when someone calls me, I have to like take a break and like answer it. But anyways, where was I? So this was me just drawing more summer vibes sort of things, I think, of the dogs. I was trying to think of like maybe a notebook with, you know, Pepper and Sugar on each side, and maybe the spine is a palm tree. But I haven't gotten around to finishing that, but that's what that was. I may finish that soon, because I really like that idea still. And more Sugar drawings. This became a keychain because several people had asked me about making a keychain for Sugar, because originally I only had one for Pepper. So that's what this is. And I really love the Poros from League of Legends, so I drew a strawberry version one. I also have a croissant version, and I think I'm just gonna make like a whole bakery series of Poros with like different types of fruits and pastries. I don't know. I love them. They're such cute little things. But yeah, that became a pin and a sticker. I want to do something with fish. I love koi fish, and I love goofy looking fish. But so that's what this is, and I just left space to draw more fish, and I never came back to it. This is a recurring theme throughout my sketchbook, apparently, but, you know, it is what it is. This is more planning for my display at the conventions. More planning. This is just me sketching random stuff. This was supposed to be like a doodle of me and Alex. I thought it might be fun for like the about page on our website, but I never actually did anything with that. And I don't remember what this... Oh, I think this was just me keeping track of sales. Good Vibe series. So this was me like trying to think of like the phrases I wanted to use for good vibes. Like, hang in there, live. I definitely did It's Gonna Be Okay, and you've got this already. So those are sticker books, totes, and sweaters. This was Halloween drawings. I loved this phrase for good vibes. I haven't figured out what I want to do with it or how I want to write it, but I really like this phrase, and with everything going on in the world right now, I think it's a nice reminder to let your love be greater than your fear. This was me going back to trying to figure out what I want to do with the bunny, and how this bunny would fit in with my other two main characters, which is Pepper and Sugar. Because unlike the tiger that I drew for the Year of the Tiger, I wanted the bunny to become part of my regular set of OCs. This is a sketch for something that became a tote design eventually of Pepper and Sugar in a tricycle motorcycle thing. And it's one of the modes of transport that is popular in the Philippines, but in other countries as well. And, you know, I wanted to do a jeepney as well eventually, but I started with the tricycle. And more cat stuff, because I felt like I needed more cat stuff. I mean, my main thing is dogs, but I like cats too, and I kind of wanted more cat stuff, but I haven't figured out how I want to draw cats in my style yet. Another random drawing of I guess an angel butterfly man. See more. So I was going to initially make Christmas like stickers and gift tags, but I started on this way too late. But I still wanted to get the ideas down, because the hard thing about like making merch is that you have to make it way in advance of the actual season if you're making seasonal stuff, and it's hard to come up with Christmas ideas in the middle of summer when you're not feeling very festive, right? So I figured I'd go ahead, jot these ideas down, and then, you know, in a few months, when I need to actually start making the Christmas merch, the ideas are already here, I just need to execute them. And then, hopefully, Christmas 2023, I'll actually have Christmas stuff way in advance of December. Like, I think Christmas stuff usually hits stores around, I don't know, sometimes as early as, like, October, before Halloween even hits, and I don't even understand, but that's about the time I probably should be ordering this stuff, so, yeah. Anyways. This was like an idea for a shirt where, like a musical shirt to go with kind of like the music stuff that I was doing with the dogs and the headphones, but this is like one of the symbols for arrest in music. Not arrest like getting arrested, like rest. And I don't know. I have to remind myself to rest a lot, so I just thought that would be kind of like a cool shirt. I like randomly enjoy classical music that's got like a modern take on it, so I enjoy things like two set, black violin, two cellos, so That's a random fact about me. Anyways. What is this? Is this another note to myself? Oh, so this was me trying to figure out making an art block video. So when I watch other people's streams and they're asking other artists questions, a lot of the questions that come up is, what do you do about art block? And so I wanted to do a series of short videos on different ways I get through art block, because as someone who does art as a career, and I'm not talking about like the Kawaii Star stuff, like, I mean, in my day job, I work as a professional artist in a way, and you can't just have art block and not make things. You got deadlines. So I wanted to make a couple of videos about how I get past art block, and this was just planning for it that I never finished. More booth planning for conventions, random sketches of ballet, more random sketches of ballet. I don't know what this is. Oh, okay, so I think this was like a thought I had for a painting where you would have like a ballet dancer kind of thing underwater, and there'd be like this massive like koi fish or something behind her, and then a bunch of like little fish. I don't know. It's like one of those like random like weird dreamy paintings, but oh, my dog just hit the camera. But that's what this is supposed to be about. This was me. Sugar keeps hitting the camera. Alright, come on. You guys need to go somewhere else. Anyways. So, this is me drawing more bunnies, because it's getting closer and closer to the new year, and I still haven't figured out what I wanted to do with the bunny. And I want to draw it in my style, so the bunny I currently have does not look like this, but I still think I want to go back to this bunny. Does this make my butt look big? Anyways. I think I'm so funny. So this is me trying to plan out again what the bunny would look like with the other three. Some expressions, you know, like bunny errored out, mischievous. I wanted to incorporate like a star into the bunny, or a moon, I don't know. But you'll see the bunny that I currently have on t-shirts and stuff doesn't currently have those, but I still think I want to incorporate it. I just don't know how. Anyways. So this is the pocket sketches I did for the t-shirt that I mentioned earlier in the video. And oh yeah, I forgot I was gonna make this post-it note, but I wanted to make like a bunny, star, and moon post-it note for the new year. I need to finish that. I forgot about that. This is more doodles of how, you know, the bunny's gonna join my OCs, Pepper and Sugar. And ooh, is that the last sketch? That might be the last sketch in this book. So like I said earlier, there are still quite a few pages in this book, but I'm going to go ahead and call this sketchbook done, because it's falling apart. Like, it's literally been taped together twice. And, you know, I think I've gotten really good use out of it. You know, this is most of the sketchbook done, so we're just going to call it done. But it's still, you know, a good log of all my ideas and stuff. And yeah, it's more me trying to keep my sketchbook together. And it's a cute sticker of Bastille by Autumn Wolf. And cute sticker there. And that is the end of this sketchbook tour. This has been a very, very long chatty video. And I have been talking forever, but maybe it kept you company while you were working on your own sketchbook, because that's what I use a lot of vlogs for. But yeah, I hope this inspires you guys to work in your sketchbook and let it be okay that it's a messy sketchbook, that you don't have to do like final artwork in it. Now, This year I am going to start another sketchbook like this, but I also want to attempt to have a pretty sketchbook. And that one will probably take me eons to finish, but I want to have both just so I have that space, but I still want to keep an ugly sketchbook for my ideas so that I can jot things down. And as you saw, like, I reminded myself that I had some ideas that I wanted to do that I completely forgot about. But yeah, everyone has all kinds of different sketchbooks, so use your sketchbook for whatever you need it to be. And it's for you, so it does not matter if it looks good or if it's dilapidated and falling apart like mine and has, you know, random blank pages because I left space for ideas that never came, you know? So, yeah, I'm wishing everyone a happy new year and good luck to you in 2023 on your art journey. That's it for now.